try that one again.
Just be thorough.
Yeah, and he like that bite you were talking about a while ago. It was pop, 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 pop. Felt like a brim.
Yeah.
And instead of whacking him, you know, quick, I let him eat it till he actually solidly swam off with it.
Right.
And he was there. And we're fishing on a full moon, so there he is. Oh, picked it up and put it down.
Yeah. Ah.
There he is. He's got it.
Jack his jaws. Yeah, man.
What do you do for a living? He's gonna jump. You're a good guide.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like this stuff. What are you doing tomorrow?
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello, welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program is all about bass fishing, but Joe, we're going to do it on structure today.
That's right, John. We're going to join a couple of good friends of ours down off the Chowan River near Edenton for some summertime bass fishing using structure. Fishing with a good friend of ours, Brian Dehart from Manteo, and a good friend of his who actually is fishing with us for the first time. His name is Justice Bobbitt from Edenton, and he's come on the bass fishing scene in a big way. He's one of the top tournament bass fishermen we've got here in North Carolina now. But we're fishing structure in June when it's pretty warm, and areas that he's fished his whole life, and caught some fish.
Talking about catching fish now, they're going to give us some details of how they do that with those soft baits in gear time.
That's right. We'll go back to the creek, and they'll lay them out and show us what they used. Plastic worms are probably the preeminent bait of the day, and caught the most fish, but they'll share that with us.
And Donna's all about biscuits and chicken salad.
That's right. A real good recipe from her, using a recipe for biscuits she's come up with, along with a really tasty chicken salad.
Well, if you like bass fishing, get ready, because that's where we're headed today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
All right, Justice. Mid-June. What do you got on the agenda for today?
Well, this time of year the water warms up. Personally, I like to back off and fish cover, touch deeper water.
So like bridges, or we're fishing a bridge right now.
Yeah, bridges is perfect. Plenty of pilings and structure, and bait. You want to be around bait. Fish this time of year will start to pack up and school.
I got you. And so we'll be fishing some visible structure like what we got here.
Right.
But also you got plenty of places where we can throw to some submerged stumps and
That's
stuff like that.
Yep.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that, man. I don't get to do this much anymore.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to this. Perfect. All right, put me in the meat. Pay me back for all them speckled trout trips.
That's exactly right. I've been thinking about those. I'm gonna go on the down current side and just to see what happens and fish the first few drops here, and then because it gradually goes from 3 feet to 4.5 to 6 feet down to 9.
So we just need to figure out the depth that the fish are gonna be holding in. I got you. Yeah. I hear you, Bubba. That was a nice fish. He just skipped it under there. As soon as he got back to that down current side, man, he nailed it. Surprised me. That's my first, it's what, the end of June, that's my first bass this year. Speckled trout fishing has been so good, it's been hard to get bass fishing. Look, that's a pretty fish. You probably knew he was there, just wanted me to catch the first one. Yeah, man, I like that. We're fishing right down those pilings like that. He had to be there, so much bait around. I mean, he just popped it. Is he 2 pounds?
1 3/4 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah. Keeper. He's a keeper.
Yeah, well, not today.
In a tournament, I should say.
Pretty fish. This water's clear, isn't it?
It's pretty.
Yep. I was thinking there'd be one on every set of pilings down through here, but he couldn't stand that little shiny shad right there when it come down through there. Had to have some of that this morning. That was funny because I'm so used to calling it Justice when people fishing with me. There's a bite. I saw him when he ate yours.
Yeah, he's on there. If you can.
I can see it. Your rod's still jumping. Is he in that stump down there?
Yeah, he's in some cover out here. This is a tournament day nightmare.
Tournament day nightmare. See if you can I help you do anything?
Watch my pole.
I saw it a while ago.
Yeah. Let's see if I can.
You mean back you up or anything?
Yeah, back me up. Let's see here. He came out.
Get him out.
He's all out of whack.
He's all out of whack, but it is a largemouth.
See if I can help
He's lassoed, isn't he?
Yeah.
There you
There
go.
we go.
There you go. There's a little jump out of it. He's like, what in the world just happened? Boy, he was giving you a fit, wasn't he?
If you feel my line, you'd understand. All for that little thing. But he bit my hook, and that's all that matters.
Yes, sir. Now you're at least 1 for 4.
Yeah. There he goes.
See you, little bass.
Little 14-incher. Brian, you should feel my line.
Yeah, he had you wrapped up from the get-go.
Feels like a,
I mean, immediately.
A weed eater had me.
Pretty work.
Thank you, sir. Do you see that? Thunk, thunk?
Yeah,
You
I can
said
see it
you
plain as
called
day.
it.
I knew it.
I said, come on out of there, buddy. Big dog. Oh,
That's
yeah.
not a bad little fish.
Oh, yeah.
He ate it way out here.
That's ones we just saw, I'm sure.
You think it was?
Yeah.
Saw that fish blow up a while ago?
There he is.
Oh! I let him eat it for a second. Pop, pop, pop. It
Look.
felt like a brim.
Look at my fish compared to his fish. Well, there's a pack of them right here.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna back off.
Back off and we'll get us another bite here.
Pretty catch.
Justice, he's got a little parasite in his mouth. You see any of those things in here?
Give him a kiss.
I don't think so.
No, I haven't, to be honest. But hot weather like this is so tough on fish, especially after the spawn.
Yeah.
A post-spawn bass has struggled anyway, and
Yeah.
but he's pretty.
You know, and look, he's got some abrasions or something on his side there. But he ate my worm. He probably wishes now he hadn't have done that. They are pretty little fish. This is the first time I've ever fished up here before in my life.
And you're wearing me out. I don't like that.
Sounds like you need a new bass partner. No, it sounds like me and
You need to get my
Mike
partner.
and Bob. I need to fish with them. Where are they at today?
That's right.
I need some help.
I saw it done on TV one time. I stayed at Holiday Inn Express last night.
Well, sit down there and run the trolling motor and
I'll just keep you in the honey hole.
watch.
What's aggravating is I lost one
Yeah.
right here. There's a pack of them. I think we'll get a bite.
Well, they came up schooling a while ago, you
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
they blew up a time or two, so we'll try that one again.
Just be thorough.
Yeah, and he like that bite you were talking about a while ago. It was pop, 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 pop. Felt like a brim.
Yeah.
And instead of whacking him, you know, quick, I let him eat it till he actually solidly swam off with it.
Right.
And he was there. And we're fishing on a full moon, so this thing, there he is. Oh, picked it up and put it down.
Yeah. Ah,
There he is. He's got it.
jack his jaws. Yeah, man.
What do you do for a living? He's gonna jump.
Yeah,
You're a good guide.
man.
Yeah, I like this stuff. What are you doing tomorrow?
Back-to-back cast.
They all gonna be the same size?
Schooling bass typically are. You know, birds of a feather flock together.
Sure.
But,
Dang, have to worry about him going anywhere.
you know, in deep water, or deeper structure, I should say, I mean, it's easily could be a 4+ pound.
I'm telling you what, it's just the angle of that hook. They like him a watermelon worm, aren't they, boss?
Yes, sir.
See if we can make it 3 in a row.
Yeah, show me one.
I'm ready for one of these. Oh, I pulled him. Can you believe that? He was swimming right to the boat, get ready, because he was right there. We did to my worm. Dang. Now.
Am I teaching those bad tricks?
I'm taking after you now. Let me see how quick I can put that back in. I'm surprised he spit it out. But he was swimming right at me with it just as fast as he could come. And I couldn't ever catch up with him.
You remind me of rigging that worm.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to mate on the charter boat, the white marlins would come in and man, they'd be eating you up. I'd be trying to rig ballyhoos and shaking. Just shaking like a leaf, man.
I wouldn't have been a good charter, offshore mate. I'm not quick enough. I don't think quick enough. There's something going on out there in the cockpit, isn't it?
Yes, it's adrenaline pumping.
That's a trip.
It's
I cannot believe that. Taking after you. Dump you're talking
He's
about.
He's running at us.
Yes, sir.
Come on, baby. Come show yourself.
Yeah, give us another little
Here comes
jump.
a little jump, maybe.
There's the same deal, cookie cutter.
Yep. Yep.
Well, at least you know eat that worm too.
I think mine's a little bigger than yours.
Not even a chance. Not even a chance. I tell people all the time on the boat, on guide trips, well, I was like, well, heck, you're paying the bill. Certainly yours is bigger than mine.
Yep.
What is that on his tail?
You can see this bass was on the bed. That's just a sore, but she has been on the bed. Look at her tail has fanned out. And
of course, she's concave belly, so she's obviously spawned
definitely
out.
done. Post-spawn bass.
Yeah.
But, man, on a game day, you'd love to have a limit of those just to start off with.
I bet. I ain't going to give you a chance to cast back out there. Hey, man, but that's 4, 5, 6 bites right here in 10, 15 minutes, so I'm happy with this. We'll stay right here as long as you want to.
As long as they're biting, we'll stay.
Good gracious, huh? What are you talking about, those little fish I was catching? It's a good thing I wasn't standing any closer. You'd knock my hat off.
You were talking about that hook set. My little boy gets on me. Dad, why do you set the hook so hard? He just doesn't understand, these deep bass, you got to power drive them, and
that was funny.
It's part of it, about to knock your head off.
Yeah, I got quick reflex with charter fishing, just as you well know. Look at
him.
That you got to have quick reflexes and good peripheral vision, because there's no telling what's coming or when.
Buckshots, quarter-ounce buckshots.
Yeah, most definitely. Man, this little point right here is stacked with fish. Stacked with them. How about the? Most people can't do this. I'd have been going already.
Right.
I mean, what is this, a patience deal or what?
Well, there's a lot of cover out there. And with current, like we've had this morning, and cover, you just have to be patient and hit, any stump, one little stump or little piece of brush or cover, whatever, liable to hold the fish of your life. You never know. And that's no exaggeration when I say that.
But this deep water fishing is a patience game, isn't it?
That's exactly right. It kind of
that's wild.
It's fun to me.
Yeah, I don't think most people probably can't do this. Not very long.
Right.
Everybody wants to fan cast and go looking for aggressive fish.
Right. And if I were practicing for a tournament, I probably would go over this spot. If they didn't bite the first couple rounds, I'd roll and wouldn't ever come back. And it could have easily passed up, your starting spot or whatever, in a tournament. So
it's just a slow game, but obviously there's fish out here. JB,
talk to me.
Man,
you got me in the pits and you're catching fish.
Lifting my rod up over your head because
he's coming at us.
You trying to mess me up with the trolling motor?
Yeah, a little better fish here.
There is a little jump. I thought that was going to be the man. It's got a little more
spunk to him.
A little more spunk. Like athletes. Some are better. Some are like people. Some are better athletes than others. That's why I tell people all the time about why some fish pull harder than other ones.
That's a two-pounder, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Now that's a chunk right there.
Girthy fish, yep.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was fun. Now that fish, wasn't no joke. What was getting ready to happen right there.
He knew what the deal was.
Yeah.
Look how fat his tail is.
I know.
He's just a meaty, healthy fish.
Healthy looking. Healthy. Yeah. Come back and see us again. Just don't tell anybody we're here yet. Sweet.
Pretty work, pretty work.
But he was coming at me, so.
Yeah, they've been.
There we go. Hey, we changed the angle. Like you just told me that. Watch what happens when we change our angle here. I was coming right down off of that edge. Come here, little dude. Look how gold or orange colored. What is up with that? Is that just this tannic acid water?
Yep.
That's the first one we've caught that had that much.
Color.
That's almost the same color as my shirt. We're color coordinated bass fishing.
He's hooked up with a drum. Been rubbing off on a red drum.
As salty as the water is, I'm surprised we hadn't caught one. Yeah. They tell your mama to come see me.
That's right.
Hey man, pretty work. Keep me in the shade, keep me in the fish. You're a pretty good guide.
Well, you did manage to catch some fish that day.
We did, you know, and for that time of year, in June, when it starts warming up, the water temperature starts warming up, the bass start seeking shelter, you know, get away from the direct sunlight and the heat of the day. And Justice has been fishing up there long enough to know he knows where that underwater structure and some of the above structure that we fish, like the bridge, he knows where the fish hang out, and he showed us that day.
Well, we're going to find out more. Let's find out about those soft baits. Let's go to gear time.
Justice, that worked out pretty good this morning. I was worried to death when I come across the Sound Bridge. It was lightning all over here and coming, you know, winds had severe thunderstorm warnings and everything else. But by the time I got here, we waited a few extra minutes and were able to put the boat in, and yeah, the wind's falling out. It's nice. It turned into a really pretty day.
Yep, it was one of those, we need the rain, but I didn't want it today.
I know. For what you like doing on this deep water structure fishing.
Sun is our friend.
Yeah, you know, sun comes out, puts the fish on the stumps and whatever, and we caught some fish. We picked at them all day. We had one spot that worked out pretty well, but you know, spot to spot, which was nice. You know, you tournament fish, you're familiar with a lot of spots in here. You do your homework, and we were able to bounce from one to the other. And mainly, I mean, we threw plastics all day.
Right.
I used a spinning rod for a little bit this morning, throwing these fluke style baits, and a little shiny shad here. And I know you throw yours in a back bait caster, but most of the time we were throwing, you know, heavier bait casters,
right.
Bigger worms, a couple different colors, and I'll let you talk about that.
Right.
And it just worked out well. I had a good time doing this.
Yep. When we started this morning, you caught one or two on a fluke, and we lost one, and that's a top of the water column type bait. You know, when fish are schooling or you know, working on bait fish. This works really well, and you got around a piece of cover under the bridge, I believe, and caught one, and just works out good. It imitates fish, darts, and you know,
little bait fish
suspenders,
skipping all up through the surface. Yeah, plenty of bait up here right now.
Right,
it's insane.
And then when the sun came out, we started beating stumps and some cover, and I like to throw it on a bait caster, 7-foot medium heavy rod with at least about 15-pound test, and I believe that's a 1/4 ounce head with a 4 or 5/0 hook.
Yep, and basically the colors we fished was a watermelon here. You fished a grape most of the day, or a grape and black.
June bug,
man, we caught a ton of fish. I had a ball.
Yeah, man.
I'm ready to go eat some lunch now.
Yes, sir. About that time.
All right, man. Thank you for the trip.
Anytime.
We thank you for that valuable information. Now, let's catch up with Donna in the kitchen. Here's one of those recipes you're going to want to follow close. She's got a recipe for biscuits and also for chicken salad. So let's join Donna. She's in the kitchen on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Hi, today in the kitchen we're making some herb biscuits, and we're going to fill them with your favorite chicken salad. This is a great time of year to do it, and it is a wonderful herb. We're going to use dill today, but you can use other herbs if you like, whatever is your favorite. So I love the smell of dill. We grow dill in our backyard, so that's what I'm using. We're going to take our biscuit mix, which already has all of our shortening in it, which is great, a nice, you know, time saver there. And then we're going to add some fresh dill to this. And I just rip mine off, and then I just use my scissors, and I'm just going to chop it right in. And I'm going to go ahead and do that before I add my water because I want to make sure that it's distributed, you know, around my bowl and in my, my biscuit mix because I don't want it to be all in one lump. So we're just going to toss that together until it's mixed well. And then we're going to add in our water. And what you need to make sure that you add the minimum amount of water, stir it up, and then see if you need to add more because it depends on what the weather is outside. If it's rainy or if it's really humid, you're going to need less water than if it's dry outside. So we're going to add in our water, and I'm going to go ahead and give this a stir because you don't want your biscuits to be too runny. You want it just to be just right. So we're going to mix this together. And once it's all moist, we're going to turn it out onto our board. We're going to roll it out, and then we're going to use cookie cutters to cut out our circles, or I like to use different shapes for mine. I like to use some heart shapes and maybe whatever's seasonal, just because I think it makes it more fun. I have some frilly ones that I like to use, depending on who I'm making biscuits for. And if you want to serve these as a little appetizer, you can use some smaller biscuit cutters as well. So we have it all ready. And it's soft, and we're just going to turn this out on our onto our mat, and then we're just going to roll it out, and then we're going to use our cookie cutters, cut them out into different shapes, place them on our baking sheet, and bake those for about 15 minutes, just until they're nice and golden brown at about 450 degrees. So we're using a pretty hot temperature, and we're going to bake these for about 15 minutes until they're nice and golden brown and cooked throughout. And then if you'd like, you can bring them out and brush them with a little bit of butter if you'd like, which I kind of like to do, and makes them a little yummy on that top. So you can see this is what they look like when they come out. And then we're going to build our biscuits. We're going to slice these in half using a serrated knife. This is my little round one that I have. And we're just going to slice that in half, open them up, and we're going to do our heart as well. And this just makes a nice, interesting display for you and for your friends. And the herbs in them are going to be so wonderful. You can use a combination of herbs if you like. We're going to use some of our favorite chicken salad. You can either make your chicken salad if you want. I like to make mine with lots of fruits, apples and oranges and cranberries in it. You can buy some if you like, if that makes it easier, if you have a brand that you really like. So we're just going to fill our biscuit, top it, and you are ready to go. So let's take a look. I did a nice little display on a cake stand. It just makes it a little bit more interesting, adds some height if you're doing a buffet. It'll add a little height to your buffet. It'd be great with some fruit salad or a regular salad as well. So I hope you enjoy these herb biscuits with your favorite chicken salad, and I look forward to seeing you next time here on Simple Cooking.
Thanks, Donna. I told you that was going to be a tasty recipe. Joe, let's go back fishing on structure. Do it in the summer, do it in the fall.
That's right. Well, you can do it, yeah, exactly. The summertime when it's hot, wintertime when it gets pretty cool, the water temperature starts dropping. Structure becomes an important part of a bass's life, and knowing where that structure is, how to fish it, what lures to present is key to success. And of course, being successful on the tournament trail like Justice has become over the last 2 or 3 years, you need to know that, and he's quite good at it. We, like I said, it was a pretty warm day that day, and we didn't have to do too much moving around. He had a number of areas that he'd been catching bass on, I've been holding fish, and so we just spent time, at several pieces of underwater structure and caught fish, and didn't need to go anywhere else.
A few tricks of the trade and you're ready to go.
Just follow the pros.
There you go. For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.